Today is Veterans Day, and all day long we've been highlighting one Central Louisiana woman and her continued service after retiring from the Air Force. Now it's time to hear more about who she is and why she continues to serve. Jay McCulley has the story of Ann Kiefer Barnett.
I mean, when I went in the Air Force and stationed in Germany, I can remember them saying, "You got 30 seconds to get that gas mask on." This was in the 80s. Russia's right there. And they're going to do that bomb, and it's going to get on us this quick. And here I was, 19, 18, 20 years old. That fear that could be it.
While that does sound terrifying, a then teenaged Ann Kiefer Barnett says she was determined to join the Air Force.
Because I wanted to be just like my dad. My dad is retired Air Force. He has since passed. He's just kind of been that person you want to copy because he was giving and kind and fun.
Barnett served as an information manager in the Air Force from November 1980 to July 1992. Barnett says her responsibilities included scheduling performance reports, scheduling awards, and handling every piece of paper that came into her office. Barnett worked in an F-15 squadron office. She remembers one time she was selected from a drawing where she got to ride in one.
Because when we took off, we just went, it was F-15, you just went straight up afterburner. And you're like, everything's being smushed. But the view, because you're out over the water of Sardinia, Italy, and you can see Italy, and it just was beautiful.
Barnett served in the Cold and Gulf Wars. She says she wasn't scared being a woman in uniform during those times. One of her jobs during her time in Desert Storm was to collect mail. On one trip, she sat in the front seat, which she says was not allowed. That led to a scary moment when Barnett and her comrade were surrounded by Saudi men who started to violently shake the vehicle they were in.
But it was a van, so it wasn't, and I mean, they shook. And of course, I climbed on top of them packages awful quick to get in the back seat. That was probably the scaredest, because you don't know, we're there to help them, Saudi Arabia, but they didn't all see it that way, and that was probably the scariest.
After retiring, Barnett returned to Alexandria.
And then I got out and came home, and my dad he said, "You ready to work? You ready to volunteer? You ready to still serve?" Which is the big thing about #still serving. That's what we hope for all veterans to do that join the VFW, that you're still serving your community and veterans.
Barnett volunteers her time at the VFW in Alexandria. She advocates for veterans' health and encourages them to get help through the VA if needed. Barnett often reflects on her time in the Air Force, but has since moved on in life.
And I don't regret any of it. Sometimes I regret getting out, thinking I had higher ambitions in the Air Force, actually. But you have to follow what you're told, and the Lord said get out, and I've been teaching since 95, and I love it. I've taught all ages, from kindergarten up to 12th grade.
Barnett explains the part she loves most about teaching.
When they remember you, that you've impacted them so much that they want to come and say hi. They want to come and give a hug because you cared, you loved them, you helped them.
Barnett walked in the Veterans Day Parade in Pineville this morning. She explains why it's important to continue this tradition.
It just makes you realize that by seeing all the people, that we are not forgotten. That they might come for the candy, but they still have to come out, and they're watching the parade, and they're cheering you as you go. And so it gives us a chance to say thank you to them for supporting us, but it also gives them a chance to say thank you for serving our country and being there, for them.
To Ann Kiefer Barnett and all the veterans, we here at News Channel 5 want to say thank you for your service. I'm Jay McCulley.